Should you use the M16A3? Short answer, no. Long answer, it's complicated. Hi everyone, how are you doing and welcome back. So with Season 2, DICE has released Vault Weapons, aka they've ported across some of the ported weapons into All Out Warfare. With this, the M16 being one of the first to be added. Now, we're going to break down the M16 and cover all areas of it to determine if you should use it. The requirements to unlock the M16 are 30 kills or assists with the underbarrel grenade launcher and 100 kills or assists with the M16 or the S4 MGL. Now that you've unlocked it, let's deep dive into this weapon. I'm going to list off all the reasons I feel it's not worth it at the moment. So for me, the M16 feels best used at close to medium range. However, close range is bested by SMGs and shotguns, which is how it should be. And at those longer ranges, the recoil and spread does make it difficult to hit targets, even when burst or tap firing. And I did find it lost out quite a bit to other assault rifles. Other things I noted when using the M16 was there's this weird delay in firing, like when compared to 2042 weapons. It's only like 0.2, 0.3 seconds, but after like getting revived or reload, like I wasn't able to shoot straight away. Whereas like with 2042 weapons, I feel like I could kind of shoot straight away after standing back up or doing a reload or anything else. The damage is on the lower end when compared to other assault rifles. It feels like it takes several bullets to kill. Obviously, I don't want this weapon to be like the next sort of meta weapon where it's like one bullet kills or anything like that. But when weapons like the S4 do 2 to 3 bullet damages, like, and it's sort of better at those long range engagements, like why would I pick the M16 over a weapon like that? So I just wanted to have a little bit of a buff to bring it up to par with other 2042 weapons. The recoil and spread does make it difficult to use. Obviously, I don't want zero recoil laser beams or anything like that. But with the poor damage, it does make it sort of inferior to other assault rifles, as I mentioned earlier. And finally, you can't unlock any camos or attachments, you know. I think this is a big one just because the attachments in this game are sort of like a key focus, really. And just being able to use, you know, different attachments to make the gun a bit more unique, you know, and there's already like limited attachments as there is. You know, it'd be good if they added in some 2042 attachments as well, just to, you know, be able to make this weapon a bit more customizable and hopefully bring it up to par with those 2042 weapons that it's trying to compete against. So that's my thoughts on the M16. With that, this is the setup that I sort of found worked for me in the end. Starting off with the sights, we've got the Cobra, the PKAS 2 times, and then the ACOG 4 times. So the Cobra helps those close range engagements, PKS sort of close medium range, and then the ACOGs for that sort of medium to longer range engagements. Going into the barrel, we've got the suppressor, heavy barrel and factory barrel. So the suppressor is just there for helping me like with flanks and stuff like that when I'm behind the enemy, or you know, got a good flank going and I want to sort of stay off the minimap a bit longer or stay hidden longer. I run the suppressor. However, it does affect the damage of the overall damage of the M16. So then when I get into those sort of close range engagements, or I know the enemy know where I am, I switch to the heavy barrel just so that way then it brings the damage back up and a few other stats as well, just make it a bit more viable in those situations. And the factory barrel is just there for if I want like an all-round kind of feel, kind of weapon, kind of deal. But as you can tell, I don't really use the factory barrel. It's normally the suppressor and the heavy barrel. And then the underbarrel, I use the foregrip just to help with recoil and stuff like that. The M320 smoke, and then the M320 HE as well. I use the smoke just because I play Falk, so I like to have that extra smoke just so I can do reviving and stuff like that. And then the M320 HE is just there for like if enemies go behind a corner or you know do a bit of damage and they get into cover, I just launch that over there and hopefully get them with that. So those two you can kind of switch up, you know, and sort of experiment with yourself. There are other options for underbarrel sort of launchers. Overall, there are tweaks that need to be made to make the M16 a viable assault rifle, such as reducing the reload speed and tweaking both the recoil and spread to make it more competitive at those medium to long range engagements. As well as this, I'd probably recommend the damage buff, potentially making up to like 3 to 4 bullets to kill, instead of where it is at the moment, where it can take several bullets to take down an enemy. This way then it's more options, you know, that are available within the assault rifles. Instead of just being 1 or 2 weapons, there are now sort of several options you can pick from and still be, you know, competitive on the battlefield with. So at the moment, it's not a must unlock. It's not going to be the next meta weapon, and with you're not being able to unlock attachments, camos, and use all-out warfare attachments, there's not really any reason to use it long term once it's unlocked. If you find this video helpful, then please leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. It really helps us out, as currently we're working towards 500 subscribers, so we can access the community features and be able to do polls, post updates and stuff to the feed. I'll also start live streaming when we achieve it, and there'll be a lot of community centric streams and much more. So yeah, until the next one, have a good one.